and welcome back to another video. And yes, it is another Scrawlr challenge video, this time for box number 102, which was the February box for 2024. I unboxed this. If you haven't seen it, it was in a previous video. Link will be in the description, so if you want to see a proper unboxing, that's the place to go. But we're going to have a quick look at what we got and then get on with the Scrawlr challenge. Okay, so quick reminder. We had watercolour paper, which we did some swatching on. We had a artist sketching water soluble pencil, Taylor Rowney. That I knew there was a brand there, beginning with D. We've got a sea white brush, number 6. We've got Aviva colour sheets, the metallic ones. So we've got all of those, which was nice. And then of course we've got our featured artist, our sticker, and our Scrawlr zine, which is where we will find our Scrawlr challenge at the back now. And that is Fire and Ice. Okay, so I take that out of the box, put that to one side. So, as always, I have been at work planning this, and my first thoughts were dragons, ice and fire dragons. And so I've been working on a few ideas. I've been through a few things of different ways of pairing up these dragons, but I'm going to go with the circle idea, and I've looked at different things. This is very, very rough. I'm hoping it's going to turn out a lot better. So I'm not going to rush this one. So there will probably be fast forwarding. There may be bits of time where I have to let something dry and come back to it. But obviously I will tell you all that, or I will put something at the bottom so you can see what I'm planning to do. Okay, so let's get started. I've got water here in a little jam jar this time. I know I should have 2 lots, but I don't know where any of my pots are. I've already washi taped some of the watercolour paper to my board, trying to keep it from buckling. I've got obviously some kitchen towel for wiping my paintbrush. I put the rest of the watercolour paper out of the way. I'm going to put all of this out of the way because otherwise it's going to get soaked, because we all know what I'm like. And we don't need the paintbrush and the colours just yet. So first of all, it's sketching time. So I'm going to borrow my masking tape as a circle here. It's only a guide, so I'm going to put this on really lightly. Oop. And then I'm going to start sketching out my design. I'm going to probably either fast forward this or skip to the next bit, depending on how long this takes me. I'll let you see a bit of the process if I do skip. But yeah, I want to make this, try and get this as good as possible beforehand, because this is where my detail is going to be with the soluble pencil. Okay, so I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, we have basic kind of sketch down. So now it is time to start adding some colour in. I'm hoping I can take away some of the harshness of these lines on my ice dragon with that. So we're going to start with the ice dragon just because I've got it this way around. Obviously starting light colour, and we're going to be focusing on the blues, I think, and silver from the ice. So we need to start with the lighter blue, which I'm going to go back to the swatch, which I didn't label, but I know which order that I did them in. So yeah, we're going to kind of look at the Aurora first, I think, and go from there and gradually build up, hopefully. So remember, we don't need a lot of water on these because they have a lot of pigment in there. Literally the tiniest bit of pigment. Can't get a base. And also putting down the base first is going to take out some of the graphite. So when I go over the darker colour, it's going to be able to take away some of the muckiness that this graphite pencil is going to leave behind. Actually, I think the grey kind of on the ice dragon is actually working quite well. Oops, dropped my paintbrush. Keep knocking my brush, sorry. Oop, it's gone. Making a mess here. Oops. That is a thing with watercolour, you can pick up the pigment with some tissue. I think a palette could be useful with this, just to kind of mix it up a bit. Give yourself a bit of chance to water stuff down. And literally this is just going to be my base for everything at the moment. There is a part of me that would quite like to have used a normal pencil, because I think I would have got a nicer colour. That is the only thing, because it's all grey when I'm trying to do this. I'm going to try and take some of the water off. I'm not enjoying the greyness as much now. Too much of it. I may have to go over some of the lines once I'm done. Also finding the brush is getting quite grey as well. I'm going to leave the icicles for the moment. I'll just kind of leave that where it is for the moment. So we'll let that dry off for a bit and I'll move on to the fire dragon. Again, I'm going to turn it around just for myself. And let's have a look. I think I'm going to start kind of here. So that was on this page. Kind of lava by the looks of it. Yeah, shall we start with fire? No, we'll start with fire and build up with the lava. Okay, so that's the basics of the dragons down. So I can move back to my ice dragon now and start adding in darker colours where I want them. So kind of on the wings and on the body as well. So we're going to move to the sapphire for this. Okay, I'm going to move back now onto my fire dragon. See where I go with that. At the moment it's just kind of playing around a bit, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to add some silver and gold to these, because this is kind of the big thing about these, I think, the silver and gold. So the silver obviously for the ice dragon, and try and do these bits, and then the gold on the fire dragon. We'll see how it turns out, we never know. It may show up, it may not. I may even add some silver into the body on the ice dragon. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, I'm going to leave it now to dry for quite a while, and I think I will come back to it later and we'll go through if there's any more details I need to add back in. So I'm going to let it dry. It'll be a few seconds for you, probably 24 hours or so for me, and I will see you in a second. Okay, so for all of you it's been literally a couple of seconds. For me it's been 24 hours. And I've come back to my ice and fire dragons, and I'm really happy. The silver and gold has dried so nicely and it's added so much to it already, which I wasn't sure if it was going to. The silver is especially good, so I'm really happy with that. All I need to do now is really put the mouth in properly with the pencil. I could paint a background, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm not sure if it would help or not. So yeah, I'm just going to get these details in, and then we'll talk about the supplies while I do it, I think, actually. Okay, so what do I think of these? Actually, pretty much in love with all of it. Even this graphy tint, you know, water soluble sketching pencil. There we go. I think it's turned out really well, and it's quite useful. The fact I can go over this watercolour as well, just make some bold lines with it, make things stand out where they should. But yeah, I mean, the paints are brilliant. The pigmentation is second to none, really. But yeah, I've really enjoyed using them, and I've been a bit more patient, which has helped quite a bit. So yeah, I'd quite like to know what you think of them, if you've had a chance to use them, or, you know, any feedback really at all. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's all turned out, and I'm actually quite enjoying using this pencil to put in some darker lines where I'd probably use a fine liner normally. It's just to tidy it up a bit. And where I think I was worried about the graphite kind of going into the colour, it's actually come out quite nicely. Not quite as obvious as you think it's going to be. So I'm just going to finish this all off, and then I will speak to you again at the end, because otherwise you're going to be watching me and just do it, and I'll speed it up for you. Okay, so there we have it. That is the finished piece for ice and fire, or fire and ice. I can't remember which way around it went. Yeah, you've heard my thoughts on the supplies. Another good box from Scrawlr box. So yeah, all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe if you can. It really helps me out. I know I'm starting to sound a bit generic about it, but it does really help, and it means a lot to me. I try and reply to all comments and things when I can, or as soon as I can. Sorry, I just saw a couple of bits I hadn't done. So yeah, that would be great. All my social media links are down below. And yeah, take care, and I will see you soon for another video. Goodbye.